Himself up on the inside at Clubhouse.
This is going to get intense. Is he going to try and go around the outside? We can't get the words out. It's the blanket. You cannot make this up. You just have to watch it.
SARCO Season 5, brought to you by VA Auto Repairs. And Audi car owners looking for top-notch car service and repair without breaking the bank? At VA Auto Repairs, we're the VW and Audi specialist you can trust. Our expert team ensures quality repairs and maintenance with a guarantee of satisfaction. From brakes to engine overhauls, we can handle it all. Your car is in good hands. RMI approved, we deliver excellence at fair prices. Your safety and satisfaction, our top priorities. Book your car service today. Visit our website or call 011 315 4001. And don't forget to quote SARCO when making your booking. VA Auto Repairs, your trusted partner in vehicle care. VA Auto Repairs, your trusted partner in... Oh, I just stuffed it up. VA Auto Repairs, your trusted partner in vehicle repair. There we go. Good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday night, and we are racing once again here at SARCO. Back to the sprints, and special guest Brandon De Santos, or we know him as Deutsch, joining us this evening. Brandon, good evening.
Good evening, Dylan.
Back behind the comms. Kyle unfortunately has some load shedding. I'm sure he'll be watching to see exactly what's happening here this evening, and I'm sure taking a few notes.
Yeah, well, I think I need more notes from him than the other way around.
No, man, it's all good. Listen, you've been in this position before. We've called you in for some commentary. You have done it. Carl kind of came and joined us a little bit, and he kind of took it over. But the big one, the 8-hour endurance coming up very, very soon. Looking forward to that, eh?
Yes, definitely. Will be the first time I'm doing anything like that, so I'm super excited for that.
No, absolutely freaking awesome. So I'm just checking what's happening there. We've got 22 seconds left of the practice and what's happening. Let's go and check what's happening. Oh, AD Bond, first dibs here this evening. We say good luck, everybody. AD Bond, our king of the emojis. Mr. Koenig, thank you very much for joining us this evening. He's saying, hey, looking forward to watching. And then this one's for you, Brandon. This is from AD saying, cello. So that one was for
yeah,
you.
as at 80.
So let's just jump in as these guys now complete their the practice. So we are back into qualifying. It is I was going to say a 4-minute qualifying, but I was just looking at 4 on the screen. It is a 15-minute qualifying, but each driver only gets that 1 lap to get the lap in. Brandon, from your side, the 1-lap flyer, good thing or a bad thing?
It's a bit of both. It's a good thing because it does mix up the start order quite a bit, especially if you get things wrong. It's a bad thing if you happen to get those things wrong. So it can set you back quite a bit.
Okay, so let's add another little dynamic in there. You understand the top 10 in terms of a reverse grid. You've been in that situation before. How does that affect in terms of your qualifying? Do you try and look for a top 10 to try and get it, or do you just go flat out all the way and hope for the best?
Well, for me, I try to go flat out and hope for the best. But yeah, that reverse grid, it does mix things up a lot. Sometimes it's a thing. So if you're stuck behind someone you can't get past, for the next race, it's reversed, so you don't have to get past that guy anymore. But yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I actually enjoy it, but it does mix up the points quite a lot.
So look, I've always been a fan, and the beauty about it is that exactly what you're saying is that it can mix up the field, and that's what you want. You want a little bit of that unpredictability, and that's what keeps the drivers on their toes. So quite a few drivers coming out already. That is Lucas Joubert. First one out this evening, so it looks like he wants to get his qualifying up and running quite quickly. Do you rather hang back, or do you have a go?
I usually play it by ear, so we check if the guys are trying to get out early. I usually try to wait, so I've got a bit of an empty track, because you don't want to be running into people while you on your hot lap, because obviously you can set you back a little. So I usually play it by ear. Sometimes it's better to go out early, especially if the conditions are going to change a lot. Otherwise, yeah, just wait for that gap and try get a quick lap time in.
So 11 cars currently on track out of the current 28. So nice big field here. We are still watching Emily Benz, but the first person who will cross the timing, and as I say timing, let's get up that personal best lap there. So Lucas Joubert will get us going. And those comments are flying in. We've got Leon de Villiers saying one lap fly is intense, but he likes it. Fantastic, Leon. Hoping that we'll see you on track. 80 saying the sprints are so crazy fun. Both battles are going to some awesome battles are going to go down, and you can't choose his favorite driver because they're all awesome. 80, what about your favorite commentators? Okay, let's see.
80 is most probably the best commentator,
yeah,
especially on 5x5.
Well, there's Stephen Smith getting it wrong, and that's coming out of the last lap. So he's going to start his flyer having gone off the track, and that is most definitely not ideal. I wonder whether Etienne will catch up to him, having had that good drive out of that last corner. Turn at number 12. We do have Michael Strivik who's out. I do want to try and find Lucas, because he would be the first person that is going to cross the start finish line and get his lap in. And then let's just rapid fire from here on in and find out exactly where the guys are going to be qualifying for this heat number 1. And it does look like the clouds have rolled in a bit through the practice server. We had a little bit of sunshine, and it does look like it's a little bit cloudy, which means that the guys would have to just adapt quickly, drop or increase some of those tire pressures, and hopefully fire up that lap as Lucas now comes out of turn number 12. He's going to start heading down towards that start finish line, looking to get the first lap up on the board. He's going to cross the line, and it is a 1:53 for him, but Jonathan Bentz, he goes 1:48. Ruan Heineke, he's up next. He's going to cross the line. Ruan goes first, 1:48.1. Then it is Nanaikon, he's a 1:48.2. Emily Benz, 1:48.5. Jonathan, 1:48.7. Emily had qualifying Jonathan, a great effort there for her. Adrian van Sale, 1:49.1. Ulrich de Jager on that 1:50.5. Stephen Smith, has he been able to recover this lap coming out of the last corner? Really showing that he's dropped down 3 places from where he started. Stephen puts himself into a 6th place. Etienne right behind him, 1:49 there for him. That's going to get him into a 6th place. Who's next on that timing? Michael Strivik, here he comes. Crossing the line, and that's put him into pole position. 147.9. Next is Memo. Whether he is on a flying lap or not, is it normally shows a little time on him. So there we go. So 1 lap. This is his lap now. There was somebody behind him. We did miss that person. So it's Isham Domingo in the BMW, followed by Yusuf Musa, who now is on a flyer. Here comes Robert Stoltz. You've had a good couple of battles with Robert Stoltz in your online racing career there, Brandon.
Yeah, we've had quite a few battles. Robert's actually a really good sim racer and a real life racer. But yeah, he knows how to put the pressure on.
Yeah, we do need to find that way to get you racing with us here in the PC world. Memo
Yes,
is going out of turn number 6. Quite a tricky corner there because it just tightens up on you. You do have quite a sharp entry into turn number, well, from turn number 6, then into 7. You've got to carry that speed down this back straight, and then it's through one of the trickiest braking zones, and that's into 8 and 9, because you're braking to the left, letting the car just slow down, then on the brakes again, and hopefully get it hooked up into the right hand of turn number 9.
yeah, and that's it's one of the hardest turns on this track, is to get that right. But if you don't get it right, you are going to overshoot that sharp right-hander.
So we are having a look at Chris Heineke going into the Lamborghini and forfeiting his points. Memo's going to cross the line and give us a lap. Where does that put him? So that puts him into 16th place. So not a good qualifying there for him. Next up is Jabulani Madzi Vandondo, who goes wide into the last corner. And if that was Project Cars, that would have been current and next lap invalidated. But at least here he is able to get going. So Jason Landsberg, he'll cross the line to start his flying lap. Or was that a lap from Jason? See, for some reason... Oh, that's Jason Farmer. For some reason, it's not giving me the time if they are... like that. You see there, Shamil, it's giving me his first lap, and it's showing me that he is on a lap, unless it's depending on where they've started, but I can see they all started behind the start finish line, so very strange that it's not giving me all that information. Nevertheless, the qualifying shall continue with 6 minutes left to go, and Shamil Mohammed crosses the line. 5th place there for him. That's a great qualifying.
Those qualifying times are quite close.
We are still awaiting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers to get a qualifying time in, and I'm sure we'll see them right near the end. But there comes Chris Heineke towards start finish line, crosses the line, and that puts him into 1st place. Isham Domingo already on that lap. He will cross the line. Where is that going to put him? That puts him first, 147.1. That is 0.09 of a second quicker than Chris Heineke. And it is only 1 second between 1st and 4th. So Jabulani coming out of turn number 12. He now heads towards the start finish line. Crosses the line, 14th place there for him. Jason Landsberg, where's this lap going to put him as he crosses the line? 9th place so far, top 10. Flip Van Zyl, I'm sure he'll be wanting to get himself up in the mid top 10, 6th place perhaps, possibly. Crosses the line, and where does that put him? 5th place. Sorry, Flip.
Almost.
Here we go, Ryan Oattens. He's going to start his flying lap. Yeah, I'm gonna flip. I wasn't trying to, you know, misinterpret your potential. Marius Botma, he is on a flyer now. Leclerc Blasson weaving a left and right in his Ferrari, try to get some heat into those tires. And Charles Darden, one of the Project Vapor, I was going to say candidates, but he's not a candidate. He's one of the Project Vapor contenders. There we go. I knew there was a C in there somewhere. Mr. Flat Out himself, Christopher Radloff, and Mohad Musa. So it's basically the top 5 are now out on the lap, trying to leave that qualifying as late as possible and hopefully get the track, rub it up a little bit more. So Leclerc will start his flyer. Charles Darden on the flyer. Ooh, slowing down.
It's going very slow there.
Yeah. And that's now coming into, unless he was just trying to make sure. But here we go, Ryan Oattens, currently the man on the top of the standings, has got 2 wins here, having missed the first one, but having dropped the first result. Let's see where this will put him. 80, maybe we need to get you into the comms box. Listen, we are in the live chat. Come and join us if you want to have a view from our side. The race is hot and happening there. So Ryan Oattens crossed the line, 146.3. So that's what's that, half, 0.6. Marius is up next, and I missed him, but Marius will go into 8th place. Christopher Radloff is, that is his outlap. He will be on a flyer now. Same with Mohad Musa. 2 minutes 48. Jason Farmer on a outlap. But here we go for, oh, that was a bit deep into there. It did look like that turn 9 just caught him out just a little bit. And Tweaks, you are not joking there. Those Alpha 1 liveries do look dope for sure. And it's almost the colors of SARCO, believe it or not.
Yeah, almost.
It's just I've got more of a royal blue and my green is a lot more green. So look, crosses the line. Where does that put him? In 4th position. Next up, Charles Darden, car number 16. Beatrice's got a 33 on the side. Oh, but that's part of the livery, so that was quite sneaky actually. Very nice, Charles. So Charles crosses the line. Where does that put him? 6th place there for him. And next on the list, Mr. Flat Out himself. Oh, that's going to be quite interesting because we've got Andres Rodeo right behind him. Then Mohat, so it's going to be rapid fire across the line, yeah. So Mr. Flat Out wasn't flat out through the bomb hole. Careful how you say that corner's name. Definitely don't want to get that wrong.
Yeah, definitely not.
It does look like Christopher's got a little bit more purple on that car. So here we go. Christopher crossing the line, and that puts him into a 2nd place. Andres Rodeo crosses the line, and that puts him 28th. No, he's on a flyer. Man!
Nice one.
You see, why is it not doing that? It's not showing me that they're on the outlap anymore. So it looks like it is all eyes on Andres Rodeo because he is the only car currently on track. I say that, but that is actually not true. Sure, I must say I do like the sound of that motor in that car.
That's a very nice sounding car, that one.
So this is going to be a make or break for Andres Rodeo. jump on board. You can just get an idea of how tricky this braking point is at turns 8 and 9. You're going to aim just under the bridge, then gear down, right inside curve, gear down, gain down, and just managing to slide that car and keeping it on track. Using a little bit of a curve on the exit there. Now you can see just letting the car float in as you get to that second last one down on the brakes. First gear, get that car straightened out as soon as possible. Back on the accelerator. And across the line, and that puts him in 6th position.
This track actually has a very difficult final sector. It's one of the hardest final sectors because it's got a mix of fast and tight turns back to back. So if you don't get that momentum and your braking zone's right, it's really going to throw off.
So the starting positions is Mohat Musa in pole position. Mohat, I'm so sorry we did miss that. But out qualifying Mr. Otens by 0.03 of a second. Then it is Ryan in 2nd place, followed by Christopher Radloff. That is Sham Domingo, Chris Heineke, great qualifying there for him. Andres Rodio in 6th, 7th place is Leclerc. Michael Strubeck, 8th place there for him, great effort there. Charles Darden in 9th, Ruan Heineke in 10th, Flip van Zyl 11th. Nakanen, he is in a 12th position. Hold on, let me just jump back in there so I can go back into drive. It does look a lot neater when I do it this way, and this is all the fumbling that I do between the cameras. Morris Botma in a 13th place, Emily in 14th. Then Shamil Mohammed splitting the Benz, Jonathan in 16th place, Jason Landsberg 17th, Yusuf Musa in 18th, then Adrian van Zyl, he's in 19th place. Eten Maton 20th, Stephen Smith 21, Jabulani 22, Robert 23. 24 is Lucas Jason Farmer, 25th place. So that looks like that might have been a invalid lap there for him. Agamemnon Verondas, 26th place, again invalid lap, and Terry Wolford down in 27th place. So lots for those guys to do in the back. But here we go. It is going to be quite an interesting start. It is very, very congested, very, very tight through turn number 1. Then all of a sudden it is massive on the brakes into that hairpin at turn number 2. And just looking at how our Alton Park went, it was very tight. We did have a few incidents, but I have faith, Brandon. I have faith.
Yeah, the guys have been racing for quite some time already, so they are familiar with the track. And I've got a feeling there is going to be quite a lot of action going into turn 2, but I don't think we won't get too many incidences.
We can only hope. We can only hope. Because incidents are generally not cool. Okay, well, here we go. Rolling start. And that turn number 11 just keeps going and going and going, and then it tightens up a bit, and then it keeps going and going and going.
And then you have to brake.
And then you got to brake. You can just see that completely 90 degrees right-hander. So we are ready for 25 minutes of Snetterton. Mohat Musa on pole position. He does have the 2 Alpha 1 drivers right behind him. Maybe Sham Domingo can add some power there, as well as Andres Rodio in that Lamborghini further down, but they are too wide. You can see into turn number 1, and just about contact there, but is Mohat's going to be able to outbrake the Ferrari on the inside? Yes, he does. There is a little touch warning there, but Mohat was able to get that car rotated and gets himself away. Little of a contact there between the BMWs and Jabulani. I think that is Steven and Jabulani, but they are moving once again. And it is clear. So far, so good. Chris Haneke being able to get a position up ahead of Andres Herodio. There is contact between Chris and Andre, but they are clear as the pack starts heading through turn number 5. It's also quite a tricky corner that you are able to carry quite a bit of speed there. Now you can see that concertina effect. And the last thing you want to do is check your mirrors, because all that's going to do is just cause problems. Terry Wolford up 6 places off the start. So that contact between Jabulani and Steven has helped Terry to get up there.
Yeah, he definitely benefited from that.
And Mohat Musa out in front, starting to open up just a little bit of a gap between himself and Orion Oates, the current championship leader. That's what we want to see. We want to see the gap. We want to see how close these guys are. And you can just see their red and orange warnings the whole way down the field. Jonathan Bentz making contact there with Emily. So it looks like he's been able to go past. Car off in the background. It wasn't Adrian, that was Yusuf Musa just ahead, who did go off. Oh, Jabulani in the background there. Lots of dirt there for him. But just one single foul now as the guys start setting into their race pace. And what a great start. This is exactly what we want to see, especially in these sprint races.
Yeah, and that's the nice thing about the sprint races. It's very action-packed. You don't really have much time to sit and wait to make a decision. You kind of have to attack straight away or defend, depending where your position is.
So that's Jonathan Bentz on the outside. Ooh, what a great move there, around the outside at turn number 4. Is he going to be able to get the drive out and get that move done? It looks like he has been able to. And lots of congestion through 16 down to 18th place. So Yusuf Musa starting to close up onto the back of Mohammed. But looking at Michael Strivik, he's going to make a move to the inside, and that's on Charles Darden. Well, just pulling out there right at that last moment. And rightly so, because there wasn't much space there at all.
Hello.
Is that Mr. Bond we hear?
Sorry, man.
Welcome. No, it's all good. Well, you can see exactly what we're seeing. You are currently live. Ryan Oates chasing up behind Mohat Musa, and the two of them are starting to create just a little bit of gap between Christopher Radloff there in 3rd place. And Ryan Oates really applying a lot of pressure here on Mohat.
Musa. No sweat for him, man.
Listen, and
That's just another Tuesday for him.
luckily it's a Wednesday. Oh, there's contact in the background there, and it looked like, is that Christopher Radloff that has gone for a spin? Let's just quickly have a look there. So here onto the brakes. Oh.
Oh.
And what that was is that Isham just had so much drive coming out the corner. He actually caught out Christopher, and unfortunately just spun him around. Spun him around. Listen to me. Spun him around, which gives him the Spanner of the Day award. But Ryan Oates and Mohat Musa away, but it is lots and lots of action happening down here. We've got Etienne Mouton on the back of Adrian van Sale, and just look at this train of cars further back.
Yeah, Veronis, go boy, go.
Oh, Terry Wilford losing the rear, getting very sideways, catching the car, and that looks like he's just heading into greener pastures. jump onto Memo Veronis, so he's up into 22nd place. That's up 4 places from where he started. Christopher Radloff making some headway again on the back of Michael Strubeck. And it might be a setup into turn number 1. You can see Christopher making use of that slipstream. And Michael Strubeck holding fast, defending that inside. So Christopher might try go around the outside. He should have enough space, but is that going to be the cutback? Chris Haneke off there, carrying a little bit of speed. Great overtake there for Christopher Radloff. And Chris Haneke was able to go around the outside there of Darden and maintain that position.
Nice.
So exactly what you're saying, just so much action. This is the move here we're looking at. So Chris is wide. Darden looks like he's going to cut up on the inside, but Haneke is able to get that drive and hangs on to that place. Talk about action-packed.
Defending, for sure.
Just checking in with our leaders, and Mohat Musa is holding on to Ryan Oaten's, keeping him at bay. Ryan Oaten's currently fastest man on track. I say that Ryan's lap was a 146.1. Mohat Musa's previous lap was a 146.13. So 0.02 is the difference between these two and their fastest laps. And Mohat Musa really driving the pants off that BMW.
And now these two are killing it.
Driving. Yeah, they're pulling away from the back quite a bit.
So that was Farmo being able to go around the outside of Nakanen. Still hope I'm saying that right. Etienne Mouton, he's just had a nice little overtake. Let's go back and see whether we could catch that. So it was actually Adrian van Zyl who ran wide, and we'd mentioned how tricky that braking point is you've got to get that car slowed down enough to make the corner so that you don't do exactly that.
100%. And if you also fighting for position, that's a very difficult turn to get it done. Because if you miss it, you have the, or you might end up taking out your rival. So
let's just catch up with Chris Haneke. So he's currently in 6th place, so down 1 from where he started, and is trying to get back up there. He is chasing down Isham Domingo. Looking at the lap time, Isham Domingo has gone half a second quicker than Chris the last lap, but Chris Haneke's fastest lap out of the two is faster than Isham. So there's definitely more to the story that's going to be unfolding. Just looking at some of the comments that are coming in, guys, bring those comments, let them fly. We do like reading them. Is that Tweaks is saying that he's keen for the 8 hour this weekend, man to man. It is the first one that SARCO will be hosting. Really looking forward to it. And just a big thank you to everyone who has supported it thus far. And 80 on my way, it just says blue smiley face. I don't know what the icon is. It doesn't come up on my screen the correct way. Mr. Heidemann approves of this. Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate the like, and I'm pretty sure that you're going to be sharing it too, because I saw that this week you got your sharing badge for SARCO. I'll tell you what's going to be happening very, very soon is Sean Domingo is now within half a second of Leclerc in front of him. And is that now going to bring a Chris Haneke? What did I say? If Peter Heidemann shared the love, as did I. Thank you, Pete. Do appreciate it. So Andres Rodeo is currently the man in 3rd place, and this battle is a 4-way horse, as I would say, or what Carl would say. It's the blankets.
Yeah, these 4 cars are really close to each other, and it does look like it does have that straight line speed, but the pros are looking really strong in the corners. So it is going to be a bit of a challenge for him to pass.
So I'm looking at the last lap of Mohat Musa, and that is a 1:46.0. But Ryan Oates still has the fastest lap, so I think that was an invalidated lap there for Mohat. So I'm pretty sure that he is currently on his first drive-through. Track warning. So I saw that Emily has closed the gap now between Jonathan by, it was 0.3, but coming out of turn number 9, that gap has opened up slightly, so Jonathan got a little bit more breathing space. Who is putting pressure is Marius on the back of Team Boss. Oh, Jason Landsberg in the background there. Was that a tap or was that just an outbraking? Let's go back and have a look. So Jason coming through that long turn, number 12, jumping into the brakes. Oh, looks like he touched the dirt on the outside.
Yeah, he definitely touched the dirt and unsettled the car.
You know, that's a horrible feeling.
And AD, in your experience, braking on the dirt, does it work for you?
Only in rally.
So we'll take that as a no.
or you, one corner looks like a familiar corner and you forget what track you're on. You're like, oh no, wrong track.
Well, what has happened to this four-way battle is with the pace, and I'm looking at Leclerc 47.0 for Isham, Chris Heineke 46.9. So those three are all in the same lap times. But then we've got Christopher Radloff, who's now jumped in the party half a second quicker than the 4 drivers ahead of him. Guys, we have got a crazy race on. I did see there was a Mr. Owen Bell that has just followed us. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our sponsor from VA Auto Repairs, has just joined us show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Mr. Bell.
Yeah.
So, quick check-in with the fastest boys out in the front. Ryan Oates, 1:45.9. And man, oh man, he must be making... I was going to say he must be, but not him, it's Mohat, making that BMW extremely wide. Something's happened here. Chris Heineke is dropping down the order. Did he lose some places? Only the replay will let us know what's happened. So going into the braking zone through turn number 1, looks like he went a little bit wide, and Christopher Radloff, oh, had an absolute cracker of a run through there. A little bit of contact, but no damage done, and they are both through safely.
That was nice.
Oh, Jean Domingo losing the rear.
Skittles.
It's the Mamba fever.
So going into...
Ooh. What happened there?
Don't know. I don't know if there was contact, but that rear looked extremely loose there for a moment.
I just went, looked like it just went. Ooh.
Yeah, doesn't look like they touched.
So Andres Rodeo and Leclerc having a little bit of a touching game there. Mr. Bell saying, thanks gents. Oof, Radloff is right on the back of that Lamborghini now. And it's going to be definitely a dice towards turn number 1. Christopher going to the outside. Andres Rodeo on the inside. We know that Christopher can carry the pace around the outside here.
Ooh.
Oh, bit of a touch.
Little touch on the inside, but Andres Rodeo is hanging fast on the inside. Christopher's going to have to go the long way around, and he is going to be able to hang on to that place. Andres Rodeo, great driving there. Christopher's going to have to find another way for the next corner or the next lap around.
Yeah, and he's just piling on the pressure. You can see Andre is trying to take a slightly more defensive line through some of these turns.
And that's going to bring Chris Heineke back into play again. Because Andres Herodio, that last lap was a 149.7, with Christopher Radloff 147.9, so just under 2 seconds is the advantage that Christopher Radloff had over the man ahead of him.
That's a big advantage. But we'll see now down the back straight.
Where else?
Where if we can get the draft, he'll be able to make that move on Andre.
But that Ferrari definitely is looking way more hooked up. You could just see how that car changed direction onto the brakes. So I might be thinking that Christopher's going to try just set up into the last corner, get the drive on him, and possibly try get that cut back into turn number 1 and put himself on the inside for turn 2. Let's see. So,
got a better run.
So on board with Christopher Radloff, he's going to show the inside. He's going to hang it out wide. Can he get the cut back? Little lunge to the inside perhaps. Not close enough this time. So Andre able to hang on for one more lap.
Ferrari's looking very strong through the whole lap. The way he's able to slow down the car and then catch up very quickly within a short distance. Ferrari's definitely hooked up better than the Lambo.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And is Mohat starting to pull away from Mr. Ryan Oates here, because that gap now 0.4 or 0.8 of a second, 0.7. And while I'm saying 0.7 to Mohat Musa, that's a bit of a breather.
Yeah, maybe he's just backed off a little bit. Might be looking the tires a bit, trying to get past Musa, but it might be planning to make a move a little bit later.